What's going on, guys? We are back with some urgent analysis right off of FOMC, right off of Powell's speech. So we're going to get into all the price action that has taken place, see what we drew previous, what's been playing out, our current resistances, as well as supports to look out for, so that we are not chopping around the middle and we're pretty much right back to where we were pre-FOMC. This is what I drew in the last analysis. So far, so good. We even got a retest of the highs. If you were paying attention on Twitter or with the group, we shorted ETH on this pop with BTC. 94K to 95K is resistance, guys. This is not a surprise. We are seeing clear rejections from it, and until that level's flipped, we cannot get a move higher. So we are waiting to see what happens. I still am looking at around that 88.7 for scalps. I think that's a good level. I also had current limit orders for 91.3 before this pop, and it got front run by just a little bit. I'm still interested to see if we sweep the lows from today and carry on from that, because we are above a level where we could potentially flip. And that's this, 4-hour demand zone here. So if we do see strength off this level, that for me would signal more upside and at least a take of these highs, maybe toward 96, and then flip 96, and we could look for a broader target up above at around that 100K psychological level. Until this level is flipped, though, it's still resistance. And in that case, if we do see a further rejection and a loss of this block here, then I can see a further push down towards that 86 to 85 region at around the last hold. Maybe we see a higher low hold or a sweep take before a flip back up. That for me has been my trigger for quite some time. I think that is a logical long for swings targeting higher, given we do get it. And intraday we've been chopping around. Like I said, this 92.5 level is no good. I mean, it's chop zone, like target as low to the lows you can intraday and target as high to the highs as you can intraday when you're looking for shorts, vice versa, and so on and so forth. Let's get into Ethereum. I don't think really much has changed other than just going over price action that has occurred today. And if you're watching the lower time frame, you got some good scalp moves. It was very, very choppy, as it is. And then out the outside of the news, we got a dump and a fade. So for ETH on the 1 day here, we are resisting that 33.80 level, let's call it, right below the previous structure low that took us into the most recent highs on ETH. And that for me is resistance until we reclaim that level. But let's point out a couple of levels for reference here on the 3 day. I like this level of demand. We did test the top end here, but that doesn't mean we can't test it again. If we ever do get lower than that, I like that level there. That's for very, very convicted swings. That's around that 2,500 swing level. I do like this newly formed level of demand. That being said, we have hovered around and over it. I'm going to show that on the more lower time frame here. You can see on the 1 day how we chopped around, deviated it before flipping it back up and actually printing it. That 3 day level, in my opinion, if we do get there off here, can be a good level to buy. I think that if we do reject off these levels, 3,100, I think that these would be the level I'm entertaining for my next bids that I'm convicted for. That goes in line with BTC if we were to retest lower. I think that even goes in line with 89, 88. I want to see how alts react. ETH has been a little bit stronger, so even if BTC maybe goes to 86 from here, maybe this could be where ETH lies. That would be a really strong reaction from ETH. But I could see this being retested even on an 88.7 move down. As far as alts go, I guess we'll just look together really quick, see what is piquing my interest. XMR is close to flipping Zcash. I've been calling that. I'm a big believer in XMR right now. I know I went over that in the last altcoin video, so make sure you check back onto that. I will link that video down below in the description. Just some alts I'm looking over. I think that XMR, as soon as it consolidates and figures out what it wants to do here, even if it wants to retest at 350 and sweep the current weekly lows, if it wants to go back above, sweep 435 and then go back down, whatever it wants to do from here, I think that it's setting up for a move higher. And Zcash, we can see in comparison to that, has retested where we talked about in that video. So we retested the whole range of support, now flipping and actually holding. You can see how this previous high is getting rejected on. So now it's looking for a landing zone. Got 4 days left until closure. The 1 day you could see here just moved up from there. Very strong reaction relative to the rest of the market, don't get me wrong. up only 48% off the lows, and that's Zcash. That's a major privacy coin. I think anywhere around like this 370 region, in my opinion, is a strong buy for Zcash. And that's what I'll be looking for. If ETH wants to retest the level that I just spoke about, if BTC wants to retest the level I just spoke about, I can see that Zcash testing it around this level as well. Do not get me wrong, there could be a chance we get a more volatile move down, but I kind of like where we're at for Zcash, and I think that it can see higher, but maybe just a retest lower. I will be setting alerts for my zones now, Zcash, ETH, and BTC alike. I think that ETH is actually a very strong buy at this level, so I'm going to definitely keep my eyes peeled for that. And BTC, I mean, I drew this. I like the way it's been playing out so far. So right now, until we're flipping this level above, I'm not going to be looking for longs in the middle. I'll more or less just look for a sweep. Like I said, the 91.3 level is that level that I was interested in. And I mean, even if it goes to 90, 70, it can't be that bad. But that would maybe cause a bearish retest of the midline and then a move back down, right? So want to be cautious if it gets closing within the zone. As long as it's closing over and you're playing close to the end, that's good. But that's what you're anticipating if you're playing around this little chop zone, unless you're playing towards the lows and the highs. And anywhere around 91 to 90K, I think, is a good scalp purchase. But that's if you're not expecting it to go towards that 89.2, 88.7 level, because that's where you would keep your invalidation, I'm assuming, intraday. That's where I would keep my invalidation. But right now, that's what's acting as support as we consolidate over. So that's a good sign. As long as we hold above that psychological level of 90K, I think that's a good sign. In between is a chop zone, playing towards 94, 95. Mid-level in between 90 to 100,000 is going to be your resistance. And anywhere in between is chop. Just make sure you're playing closer to where your extremes are. Extremes being those wicks. Extremes being as far down to the block as you can. Extremes being as close to these little chop zones we've been trading in intraday. So just wanted to give some FOMC wrap up and post press conference price action results. The results are in. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Check all my links in the description down below. I'll see you guys in the next. Peace.